Make sure we're going online. All right, yeah, I think we're online now. All right, hello everyone, if anyone's online. We're in the debrief stage of the TMTL turn-based games, which is great. It's nice to have the games ended, I think. And I'm joined here with Mellison, GeorgeShortwell, and felipebart, 3 other players in the league. And yeah, we're just going to kind of go game by game and just basically talk about the game. And my goal here is to let you guys all talk a lot more than me, because I've talked way too much in these streams, and I'm also tired, but I also really want to hear your perspectives of how things go. And wait, let me just get the stream on my phone ready. Oh shoot, but I need the audio off. I don't know if there's anyone in the stream, but I really want to see if you can hear us. Or actually, here, I can do my phone. Can one of you guys just say something?
Hello?
One second.
Wait.
Okay, I think it works. I think we're good. All right. So with that, we can just get into the games. And let's start with, I don't know if you guys have the stream open or not, but I was just going to start with the game we're all in, the base map game. Like, I know, Mellison, you want to talk about the messy, yeah, not even that messy, but the Yeti's Acolytes Edge game. But I figured we should start with the one that we're all involved in, since FireX isn't here. So let's just open with that. And I think Felipe, you can kind of lead us off, because I think you had the most interesting game here, and that you went double East Halflings, and then you also won. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this game and kind of your plan behind going double East.
Yeah. I mean, I think with Nomad starting the middle, I thought that starting the center, despite the extra leech I'll get. I don't remember the hex numbers, but yeah, of course, starting the center I think would be the more normal place in a sense, but I don't think I'll get a town there. Connection will be really hard. I guess connection is kind of bad anyway. I didn't even connect this game. I mean, with dwarves grading the game, hey, at least I'll get some leech and some decent adjacency there. I also like that. There were the round 3. Let's say, yeah. That's one. Okay, that's the reason why I started double East. But I think what I kind of like it. I did think halflings were the strongest, as we all I think agreed in the auction. Dwarves and mermaids were stronger by themselves. But I think the upsides for halflings, the opening, they had a good opening, I think, because you could get cool coins with her 2 and reach the 4th earth, get the cool spade, and and also, of course, you get the single spade right away to get 2 dwellings down. And also there was the round 3 jig round, which I was able to score. Not a crazy amount, but a decent amount there. And also got me some coins. So I think those are things I think were good going for halflings. The double East also, I didn't have to do much shipping. I only had to do 1 shipping to go up to the northeast to get that sanctuary town there.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing, because also in this game there was no temp ship tile, so no easy way for you to get out of the center. Nomads can kind of box you in pretty quickly there. And then, yeah, not having to ship, and it'll let you hit the round 3 dig round really hard without having to ship, which is a really nice thing. And you can still do it while getting 2 towns comfortably, and then a 3rd town later. A whole game plan seemed really smooth with going double East.
Yeah, and actually, looking at you actually got him for...
Go ahead, Nelson.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, you actually got him for 38 points. I think dwarves and mermaids got bid down a lot more. I imagine the rest of us were sort of being neighbors with nomads. But running away from nomad and just kind of playing a simple game, like you said, hit the round 3 digs, get 3 towns, kind of do your thing, seemed to work way better than I think the rest of us gave him credit for.
Yeah, I regret not bidding halflings down more. I kind of in the auction, I kind of identified that halflings were better than nomads, but I actually thought Felipe might start double East, and because of that, and I was I wasn't sure if he starts double East, are nomads as good as halflings? Because it's really good for nomads too to get that center town. but halflings having the round 3 dig round hit, and like I think that was a big difference. Like it's just I just gave them such a smooth game plan here. Score so many points, and the Tukey town in cult position I didn't see coming too. That was also kind of a nice boon for halflings this game.
Oh yeah. I do think I got a like I think I ended up with some decent breaks on the Colts. Like air. I mean, I had to invest on air and stuff, but like I was able to pip George in water towards the end.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't planning to go that code heavy or super code heavy. I didn't have the priest to do that early on, and I also was hitting them hard. But in the end, at least, I was able to squeeze some points there. So that was fortunate for sure. But honestly, Barno, you had a pretty cool game there. Like jigging nomads is always really cool. So like, and it was pretty close.
Yeah, thanks. I actually thought I was gonna like early on. I kind of identified like I want to advance digs this game. I just thought like I wasn't gonna build the stronghold. The big building bouncer was too late. There was no big building tile, and I just had like really a good economy early. My bonuses this game. I started on the spade, got into the 6 coin bonus in double dig round 2, then back on the spade round 3 for a spade round. And then I got ship BP, dwelling BP, ship BP. Like I had a really good sequence of bonuses like economically early and then scoring later. And that kind of gave me enough to like advance dig in 3 towns. And it still wasn't enough. Like that's crazy. I guess you did everything the exact same, but got more cold points and got like halfling points from doing that too. But yeah, I think like I had almost like a dream nomads game here, and yeah, still lost by a good 4 points. I gotta point out, so George with the 4-town mermaids. This is not the only 4-town game that George got in this league, which is pretty cool. 2 4-town games in one TMTL league. It's kind of nuts, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna win, which I kind of figured out pretty early on, I wasn't going to. You might as well just have fun, and what's more fun than 4 towns, right? So. Yeah,
5 towns.
Hope for that, and well, yeah. Unfortunately, can't do that, but yeah, it worked out. Achieved the goal, just barely. There was a couple of moments where if the wrong towns got taken ahead of me, I wouldn't have had the resources for it. But got 4 towns, so at least it was fun, even though I got beaten fairly handily by all 3 of you.
Let me just make sure it's live. Yeah, I think my internet is conked out for a sec. I've had pretty good luck in these streams that it's been okay, because my internet isn't always the greatest, but fingers crossed it stays okay today. Anyways, yeah, I think we're live again? Okay, yeah, we're live again. We're good. Okay, so last I heard we were talking about 4 towns still. Like I was trying to say, I don't know if you heard me, but I was trying to say I don't think I've seen a 4-town game come in last place by 15 points before. Like usually you're competitive to win with 4 towns. Like that in itself is kind of a wild thing. And you got 5 ship as well. You got 15 structures. I guess you didn't get a lot of points in cults. I guess that kind of hurt. But yeah, it's still kind of a weird thing to see.
Yeah. I think because I didn't with early shipping and like a delayed temple, I don't think I templed first round. So yeah, just a little slow in the cults, and then of course stealing my 1 cult from me with the beautiful late water 2, I believe.
Oh yeah, did I get water 2 this game?
No water 2. You just sent a couple of priests there.
Not in this one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the water too nice this game.
Okay, yeah. All the games are kind of blending together. There was a lot of late water 2s in this league.
Yeah, there were a lot of late water 2s. It's true. So I guess the only person we haven't talked about yet is Mellison, about your dwarves game. And I really like the double temple opening. Like that was cool. Did you know you were doing that as soon as you got I'm pretty sure you got priest, like mermaids took worker power to take double dig, and then priest went down to dwarves. Like, did you know you were going to double temple as soon as you got that?
Probably because I wasn't getting any spades round one. Had the priest, so it was a way to do it. It just seemed like a fun thing to do, and then get priests out to the rest of the cults. I think I just kind of peaked too early in this game. Like I think I started off well, and then I know I checked the stats. I didn't get any. I never hit the dwelling scoring scroll, so no extra points there. I'm trying to remember the late game, but I thought Philippe was going to connect. I always assumed he was. And so and you can kind of see I didn't really have a lot of spaces left for network. There were a couple like getting cut off at G2 and then H8 down there. Like I kind of ran out of spaces to expand to. So I might have made a few inefficiencies late because I wanted to make sure I could get at least to like 13 network if I needed to. But yeah, I think the start was good. It just didn't quite pan out as the game finished up.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out pretty well. Like, you're 7 points back here. It's actually, like, I mean, Felipe dug H8 from you, too. Kind of mean. So you lost a hex there. G2 is kind of predictable, I think. I think Nomads are always taking that. I guess the other thing you missed out on was Water 1, which is a little sad here. But I think, like you said, like, just having the Dwelling VP bonus and not hitting that and having no other scoring bonus options, like, that's probably the tough thing for Dwarves here. But I think despite that, like, yeah, your game was still really good and you scored really well in here.
Yeah, I mean, hitting 2 cult spades in round 1 is a good place. I think that goes, like, round 2 was dwelling scoring. So I had Earth 1, 2 open hexes, got double dig in round 3 again. I think just kind of like ran out of space and then no dwelling scoring, no Water 1. Third on network, like good cults, but like you can tell how much, like Felipe and I got the same cult score. He got 22 points, I got 22 points. But look how much harder I had to work for mine. Like all those early priests to fire, whereas he like stole water late. Stole air, like took air late. It was just a lot easier for him than it ended up being for me.
Yeah, you got some.
I think that, I mean, of course, the Chucky Town helped. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Felipe.
I don't know. Yeah, I was just saying that the Chucky Town helped a lot, but like, I was afraid that they would try to push air in the last round, but then you use your priest to upgrade jigs. Like you kind of run out of priests to push the pools a bit more because we had sent 5 already.
Yeah, it took a lot of single step. Yeah, I think I put 5 priests to cult in the first like 2 or 3 rounds. So I did a lot of single priest bumps, like to finish off air or earth after you're threatening it a bit and conversion to workers and whatnot. So there was no late cult jump coming from me either.
Yeah, it's a bit sad there was no fire worker reward, like fire cult worker reward too. Like if you had that in round 5, that would have been some extra dig bombs that. Well, it would have been 2 or 3 extra dig bombs, I think. That would have really helped, because you got so high in fire, but there's just the power reward. So, like, that would have made a big difference, too. And it's kind of funny, I'm looking now, I'm realizing that neither George or I got anywhere in air. There's just, we're both at 0. No points for anyone for 3rd in air. That's also a little funky thing you don't see very often. It's like, you see it at low-level games sometimes, but, like, not usually high-level games, where neither of us could afford an extra step on air this game. Kind of comical. All right, I think that pretty well. Sorry, so go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you were able to take a late Earth 1 in round 6 for 6 points, whereas Air 1 would have also been 6 points. It turns out. So
it was, yeah. It was kind of even Steven there. I really wanted a greed. Like I took Earth 1, I really wanted 8 points from it, but I had to secure A6 from Mellison. I think he had a good reason to dig bomb that and to mess me up. So it would have been a little bit better, but still wouldn't have been enough. All right, I think we should move on, unless anyone else has anything else they want to point out in this game. We got a few more to cover, so I think we should get moving. All right, let's get rid of this, and you know what? Let's go to the fun game. Well, the most fun game, I think, the Georgeless game.
The one without me.
Georgeless.
Yeah, the one without you. Most fun one. Yeah, if so, George, just to get you updated, this was Fire and Ice with extra endgame scoring, which ended up being Edge scoring here. And we had Fire and Ice factions, so we had Acolytes and Yetis in, as well as Halflings and Darklings. And my Halflings were able to pull this one out. But it didn't look like it at first. Like, it was a very sketchy looking start that I regretted pretty quickly, but I ended up kind of paying off. I think I've talked a lot about my game in this. Let's start with Mellison here, because the Yetis are kind of like fascinating, and you got so much done this game. Like, you got 16 structures, you got your digs and ships fully advanced, you crushed Colts, you won all 4 Colts, you won Network, you hit round 4 digs. Like, you literally did everything except for get edge scoring points as Yetis here, and that's what you needed in the end.
Yeah. Just literally ran out of edge hexes. Like, look at the board. The entire top row is covered. The entire east wall is covered. The south is covered. There's just these like lone far away hexes on the west coast, and that's all that's left on the edge. No, I mean the answer to that is that an open stronghold right in the middle. Like, look at everything around there. Like, temple open right there.
Yeah.
Darkling's first temple was in the center right there, or I think so at least. But there was a lot going on. And then yeah, Bart, I can't believe you didn't take. I think you had a chance to take Temp Ship round 1 and dig that yellow right across the way.
Yeah.
Where I bridged to in the center. I like still can't. I can't believe you didn't do that and you still won this game. This like this makes very little sense to me.
I got very, very greedy. There was some logic to it. Like, well, first of all, I thought like I had a hard read that Felipe was going to dig D6 first action, and so you'd take that away from Darklings and go for a Sanctuary Town in the center. And what that would do is that would have left A5 and A6 open for me in the north to connect. So I thought I could go double temple and wheel connection until like round 4 dig round and still connect. As it turns out, I learned very quickly that was a mistake. Like, Felipe immediately sends a priest to Earth, I think, first action, and then Fire X digs that hex, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I'm not connecting this game. So it was a hard read going wrong, but I think there actually was like some justification regardless. First of all, like 6 coins is so much more resources than Temp Ship, just straight up. And then second of all, like it was a really good setup for double temple for Halflings. The ship VP and 12 VP bonuses are in. Like, well, the ship VP in particular is really nice because I'm going to go early shipping. I thought the priest production was really valuable for shipping, for digging, and for fighting cults in this game. The track was really good for it. Like, I got 3 extra points round 1, but also really hit round 3 dwellings hard, like harder than I would have if I didn't go double temple. I could do that all with Earth 1 too. So there was a lot of, like, I think hidden upside to going double temple. Oh man, if I could have connected this game, it would have been a ridiculous game, actually. So yeah, it is kind of crazy though. I thought I was in trouble, honestly, once I lost once Darklings were able to win the race to D6. I thought I was pretty dead too. So I was surprised. It wasn't until round 3 that I kind of turned a bit and I kind of felt a little better about my game.
Like, connection was super tenuous for all of us. Like, I'm actually was pretty lucky to connect because what's the is that D789? That green right across that little like corner spot, right next to your southern town.
Yeah, D9.
Like, Acolytes could have dug that. You could have dug that. This is a stressful board. There's a lot of close calls everywhere here.
Yeah, for me and you at least. I think, Darklings were connecting no problem. Acolytes, I guess Acolytes needed A6, but they also could have taken B5 if needed or something. Like, if I did some crazy move and triple dug A6 in round 3. But then their town would have been busted. Maybe that was a little stressful. I don't know. But yeah, I was wondering if, like, for a second I was wondering if I should cut Yetis off. Like, if I should dig D9. But I just, like, I don't know. With the edge scoring, I just wanted to focus on edge. Like, I thought I wasn't going to connect. I needed to get points in edge scoring to have a shot this game. So I just said, whatever. Like, you're just gonna, like, you'll connect. It's fine. I'll just do edge instead. And I think you could have connected with. Well, looking at the board now, you clearly could have gone G5 F3, but Acolytes could have taken that from you too. So yeah, I guess it was a little dicey for Yeti's connection. I guess we can move. So Felipe, your game, I actually thought, like I didn't think Acolytes were getting Tukey Town. Like I thought Yetis were going to take Tukey Town in round 2. So like once Acolytes got Tukey Town, I was a lot kind of higher on them. But it kind of looks like Acolytes ultimately struggled to like score enough. So I don't know. What do you think, Felipe? Did you think did you kind of know you were going to be in trouble this game early on, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, early on was kind of, I didn't like. I think I feel. Well, I feel like I probably thought Acolytes were a lot better than they were, I guess. But yeah, early on I wasn't too happy with my game. Mid game, I thought maybe I have a chance of something. But yeah, like as you mentioned, like they just couldn't squeeze enough scoring. The Colts were pretty much a disaster. And like I even though I got Tukey down, like maybe I didn't get. Oh, I'm sorry, George. I guess I should have taken Water 2 at some point. But like I really struggle for like have enough Colts to dig off things. I build out this amount, but like my Colts are like I scored 1 Colt point there. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't have a lot. Sorry, Matt.
Oh no, I was just laughing at the 1 Colt point. That's all. I think my audio was a little delayed.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I was ever too happy with my position in this game, but maybe mid game after I got Tukey down and maybe a few more things, I thought maybe there's a chance I can do something here because I could say I was gonna get good edge scoring, but it's still I'm not sure. I haven't played Acolytes much, so it's not clear to me what would have been a better game plan here. Or if maybe just like I just way overvalued them, because I thought, edge scoring, that's good. Oh, Yetis are in the game, so it's one more terrain that I can dig for. Well, cheap, I guess. Maybe I didn't screw up other people enough. Like D9, but that's the thing. Like it would be nice to take D9 and not let Yetis connect, but they'll have cost me somewhere else because the digs are so limited.
Yeah, it would have cost you an edge scoring for sure. Like you would have had 1 less edge hex, which I think would have made it. Well, no, you won by two hexes for edge, maybe not. But I think you played a really good game. I think Acolytes just lack scoring in this game, like scoring opportunities. So like one thing is weird for them is like the mid game dwelling grounds. Like you can build the dwellings, but you just burn all your cult steps doing that, and you kind of burn out from that. I find. Because like you really want to be in like the middle of the cults throughout most of the game as Acolytes. Like you want to be able to kind of pass those power thresholds and then go back down and then go back up the power threshold. And, like you want to kind of get some economy that way and like hit all the cult rewards. You hit the cult rewards well, but like the dwelling rounds are awkward because if you wanted to score, you had to kill your cult game basically. I feel like Acolytes generally like, especially like a round 2 big building rounds, they can get a lot of workers from that, but they also can build their sanctuary and take like Water 2 then or something. Like, yeah, that's the other thing. I think the lack of Water 2 is really painful, but I also don't know if you really could have taken Water 2. Like, it felt like you needed Earth 2, and then you just needed scoring. So I don't really know. I think in hindsight, maybe Acolytes were just not that good here.
Yeah, actually, yeah. One point that I forgot, like, you just mentioned the, let's say, round 2 big building. Yeah, like, I mean, thinking about it now, like, Acolytes probably not very good there because the first 2 rounds were, like, paid cult rewards, which are not good for them. Like I had to do report to worker or worker action quite a bit because the work income was even though I got Earth 2, the work income was just so limited.
Yeah, I think that makes a big difference. I also think you would like the round 4 dig round to be earlier, like because the economy is great, but you like Acolytes can hit that economy earlier than other factions, and you can't score anything from it. Whereas like. Well, I mean, you can, but like it's not good scoring to take a spade action for them. Like, whereas Halflings and Darklings and Yetis, we can all hit that hard, and you can't do anything in that round. So, like, I think that in terms of scoring is actually it's weird because the cult you got 10 coins out of it, which is amazing, but just a lack of scoring opportunities maybe meant that it wasn't that useful in the position that it was this game.
Yeah. In fact, I want to use the Earth Cults earlier to dig, let's say, but I don't know. I need to keep it there at least until the round 4 so I get the coins.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck in limbo with that. Yeah, and then I think a lack of like TP tile and big building tile. Like you had a couple of early TPs this game, so the TP tile would have been super nice for you, and none of us would have had great use for it. So that might have helped as well. Yeah, like I don't know. I didn't see anything wrong with your game plan. I think it was just a tough scoring setup for Acolytes more than anything.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest mistake was overbidding Acolytes by a lot.
Yeah, in hindsight, it probably was a lot. Like it didn't seem like it at the time, but in hindsight, looking back now. Yeah, I just love this Yetis game. It's such a cool, like even though you didn't win, mellison, it was such a cool game. Like just seeing all that white all over the board, seeing 16 structure Yetis with full dig advance, full ship advance, it kind of just warms my heart a little bit. So yeah, kudos to you for this game.
Yeah, that's not going around. Like so much reaching out of it.
Yeah, I really have to thank you all for this one. This is a team effort. The best Yetis games are always team efforts.
Yeah, you're welcome for the second place. Oh, I want to look at stats. I want to see how much leash you had to take, but I can't do that without screwing up the game state, so I probably won't bother.
I lost.
Let me
30
see. I think I have opened the end state.
Wait, so how much did you say? 30 points?
30 points.
Yeah, I lost 30 points from
Oh my gosh.
probably all of it in like the first 2 rounds. Most of it in the first 2 rounds. That the opening was just nuts. I think I opened a whole temple dwelling, got a priest to a cult for this cult spade, put that bridge across. Yeah, there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on.
That's a nuts opening. Stronghold, temple, air 2, dwelling, cult spade, bridge. Oh my gosh. And then you hit the round 2 town round, hit round 4 digs, hit everything. Yeah, no Earth 1, I guess, but yeah, we all kind of took it pretty early, so I don't think you had a shot to get it early.
No, I think Air 2 was the better choice there. Anyways, I could have gotten the. I had tempo on the 2 key town, but I had so much power. Like I could have taken the 2 key and like in a.
Huh. And the other thing we commented in the game is that you may have mentioned it already, mellison, but just like the edge hexes in this game, like seeing 3/4 of the edge, like more than 3/4 of the edge hexes, all but 5 edge hexes are built on. Like, it's just beautiful. Like the whole top border, right border, bottom border. It's just a bit of a work of art. I like this game a lot. All right. Any other comments? Sorry, go ahead, Felipe. Or whoever that was.
No, I was going to say, we haven't talked about Hubert's game, which actually was quietly a pretty efficient game.
Is FireX here? FireX, you're in the chat. Hey, hello. If you want, you can talk about your game here if you want, like your Darklings game.
Oh, yeah. There's anything you want to ask about it?
I can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me?
Kind of. It's very faint. Yeah, I kind of just hear a lot of like rustling and stuff in the background. So okay, maybe it's not going to work. But that's fine. Yeah, I get the Darklings game was very like, nice and efficient, like hit kind of round 4 digs, I guess, predictably. And I think the thing that hurt was losing I5. Like, I didn't expect Acolytes to win that race to I5 and I4. And so I think in terms of edge scoring, like that was a big swing. I can kind of hear you, like, Huber. It's just like really comes in and out faintly. All right. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working. Audio view doesn't seem to be working well. FireX. So I would probably just. I don't know. I'd probably just move forward. But yeah, I think that was kind of the big difference for Darklings. Like if Darklings get I5, I4, and they win edge scoring, they might win this game. Or because they also might get a 3rd town down there. So that actually would be a huge difference if they can get that territory.
Yes. that would be big. The thing is, I think if I remember right, I thought I was not gonna get I5, and then I think Hubert had to upgrade to be the temple. I think he wanted to get a water 1 before I think you, and then gave me the temple to get I5. That's my recollection.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think he upgraded temples, otherwise he would lose water 1.
No, I remember that as well. It was some kind of sequence like that, and then you had to do a trading post before you could build the dwelling there, and then you had tempo on it from that. All right, I think we're good to move on from this game now. Any last thoughts before we move on, or are we good? We'll take the silence as a no. All right, so we can get George back in the action here. And we can move on to George's other 4-town game, which he won this time. And this is on Fjords. This is the mellison less game. It's the game with base factions. We had witches, darklings, nomads, and dwarves. No extra endgame scoring, but landscapes were in the game here. And yeah, George, just go ahead. You can just talk about your game here, your second 4-town game.
Yeah, I mean, I think I opened Stronghold round 1 because I was able to be on the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus cards. So and was able to, with that big where my Stronghold is in the 3 sanctuaries. Obviously not all sanctuaries are first round, but that's where we all upgraded to start. So I got a ton of early power, and with the Stronghold was able to kind of cut through and secure some good area for my towns. And then it was a little bit fortunate. Felipe as dwarves hopping over to E2 in the final round. I needed that for a neighbor for some cheaper trading houses. And then Firex Darklings came up and messed a bit with Barnawall at the end too to kind of give me the juice to squeak it out.
Yeah, I have regrets about that. Yeah. I said in the stream I was like 25% salty towards FireX because it didn't really accomplish anything for him and just kind of gave you the win, but was more 75% like annoyed with myself because I was greedy the round before. In round 5 I was greedy and delayed, and I thought I had to delay to get a scoring bonus for round 6. As it turns out, I don't think I needed to delay, but the other thing was that there was a perfectly good like priest bonus with 4 coins on it, which honestly would have been really good for me as well. And so the delaying was just completely unnecessary, and it screwed my tempo up. And then FireX took A6 on me, and nothing I could really do at that point. I think I was just saying. Think about the start of the game more. So George, getting double dig, did you expect that? Because I remember you opened Stronghold 4 dwellings and landscape or something nuts like that. I really thought witches were getting double dig. Like I was convinced I was getting double dig here, and then it didn't happen. Like, did you see it coming for you?
I didn't. I was trying to see. Yeah, I guess I just, as in 3rd seat to your 4th seat, just got the power just in front of you. So, I wasn't really anticipating that, but when it was there, I was kind of like, well, I kind of have to take it. And with the landscapes, allowed me to still like use it reasonably well.
Yeah, you got a couple cha-ching coins from that landscape, I think, throughout the game. I actually remember at one point you had a decision of like a 5 for 4 leech or the coin from the landscape. You took the leech, like it was early in the game, which made sense, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. First round, I was like, I think I'd rather 5 power than 1 coin.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think this all ended up being really kind of sad for dwarves and darklings. Like, nomad's getting double dig, so for darklings it cuts off H4 immediately from them because you took that hex. And then for dwarves, it let you beat them. Well, you sandstorm to F3 and beat them to H3, which is kind of rough. I mean, the sanctuary gets surrounded there, like, which is fine, but then dwarves are limited to 1 town. So it's kind of an interesting I don't know, not snowball, but I can't think of the term, but like a downhill sequence, I guess, from nomads getting double dig.
Yeah, I was able to play fairly aggressively on that western continent there, and kind of limit some of the other players' space. So it definitely worked out.
Yeah, and poor Felipe, poor dwarves. Like, you came in third place, but you lost all that territory in the west. I took 3 grays from you. Like, I took F9, A5, and C1. I took Tukey Town from you, although I think you had tempo on that if you wanted it. But like, yeah, it felt like dwarves just kind of lost a lot here. And Darklings from the first Priest of Earth, so that got taken from dwarves. Like, lots of it felt like dwarves lost a lot, but like, it was still a very solid dwarves game all around.
That was rough. I definitely felt I was running behind. I was always a little behind. Oh, George got I tried to race north, but you took A5 on me. Yeah, I think I was greedy on the opening. I don't believe that. Oh, I have a shot at double jig. So, I mean, but I don't remember why I thought I had a chance. I don't wanna just get a single jig here, and I probably should have just taken single jig right away, because that let George really walk over on me on the left fjord.
Yeah, I think if the Darklings sent Priest to Earth first action, I think. Whereas if you were able to send your first Priest to Earth, you probably would have had the power on your second turn to take double spade.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember if that was my thinking, but could have been. Yeah. I mean, and I think Barnall started like temp ship, so I think, and then after he took double jig, I think he took single jig, so I got no space in the first. Yeah, I don't think I was expecting Barnall to take single jig because of the tempo to dwellings, and yeah, but so I think that was that as well. I did lose quite a few grays, like. Yeah, about C1, Barnall, I want to ask about C1. Like, I get, let's say I think A5. Yeah, A5 made total sense. C1, as soon as I got, like, I think you threw a cool spade on A2 on the last round or something. And then C1 was too and then I went to C3, and then you dug C1. So I mean, I wasn't sure. I thought I was opposed because I thought you'd have enough for a town without C1, but I'm not. I thought your plan was like to let me go to C1 or something, so you'll be able to upgrade B1 as well for. But what was your thinking there? Like, you were always planning on getting the 5 dwellings?
No, I thought I needed it for network. I didn't think George was getting a 4th town and getting a 17th structure, and so I thought I was getting 16 structures, and I thought we were going to tie on network, and at C1 let me get the town and get 16 structures, like, all together, basically. That was my thought. I don't know if I just miscalculated that George was getting 4 towns, or if it was always happening, or if you got a bit of leech to get it. I don't remember exactly. Like 4 towns and 17 structures. So without. I thought he was getting 16 structures, and I thought I was tying him on network, basically. And I wanted to leave C1 open because I wanted you to come to C3 because I desperately needed the neighbor. I didn't have that many coins, I don't think, and so I wanted to lure you to C3, and then I was going to take C1 as soon as you came to C3. So which is how it played out, I guess. But I think you always wanted C3 to go to F2 as well, and you had a cult dig to use. So not like it cost you anything extra to go to C3, but I didn't want to dig C1 too early because I didn't want you to dissuade you from coming to C3, basically.
That makes sense. Like, I had to expand going your way for the most part. A7 to north and all that, and you took A5. I had to dig B5 and put a landscape there. I felt like I'm helping Barnall so much here, giving his adjacency, but I don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, to be honest. I kind of felt like I was being a jerk to you throughout the game, but like it was in my own best interest. So like I think it made sense.
Honestly, I thought it was. In a way, kind of, but honestly, I thought that was very well played because like you always had a bit of tempo on me for that.
I just had tempo. I needed A5 for the town in the north there, so like I felt like I couldn't let you have that hex. I would have had to. Well, I didn't get the town, but like if I was gonna get the town, I was gonna be through A5 and A6 or something. Like all the territory up there kind of felt important.
Yeah, no. I mean, I honestly think that. I think it was well played. Like I don't like. I mean, it didn't end up well for me, but I think it made good plays there. Like I don't call that being a jerk because I think that was the right play.
It was well played for me until round 5.
As an outside observer, that villainous behavior kind of it seems to fit in this game pretty well. Like, look, this is a messy game. Like, Dwarves got one town, and it's a slightly overly large town. Darkling's only got one town, which has got 2.5 towns. Like, you can see where everybody got cut off at different places, except for Nomads who just blasted everybody. Like they have all of their space is like clean and easy. They got that straight stretch across the fjord. Like they're the only ones who look like they didn't have some sort of plan disrupted.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty accurate. And actually, pivoting to Darklings, like it was a bit rough, and it's funny. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of saw it coming for Darklings. They were in first seed and they didn't have a good starting bonus, and I kind of feeling they're gonna have trouble. They had a lot of territory like they wanted, like H4, G6, maybe F7, and I just kind of didn't think they're gonna be able to get all of it. And like, I think you kind of saw the result here, like limited to one town and just kind of struggling to find space on the map. So I don't know. Did any of you also kind of see that with Darklings? Because it's weird that there's no color neighbor, yet there's still a lot of danger to their territory in this kind of matchup in Fjords.
Yeah, this color matchup is a bit tough for them because like there's so much pressure around the G5 starting spot. Yeah, it's tough. I would almost say like G5 is so great because so much power. But it might have been better to even just hop over and start on like G3. Like even G3 and G8 could have worked maybe better. Like you're kind of just saying you're not winning network, but you're not against witches and nomads anyways. So maybe that was an option. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be an option, or maybe getting H4, trying to secure H4 because then with H4 at least you get a town right away. But I don't know. The first priest short is also good.
Yeah, there was like round 3 spades, so like
that's the thing. It's always
Sorry, there was round 1 earth spades and round 3 earth coins. So like the priest earth was definitely valuable, but I do wonder if they didn't just need it to secure territory. Like it was just so much pressure in their hexes here that maybe it was a bit greedy to send the first priest to earth. Yeah, it's just strange, like, because you think no color neighbor Darklings, they're going to crush this game, but on the surface at least. But yeah, it just there's a lot of dangers for them. It's a good lesson, I think, to people thinking like to better understand Darklings and Fjords. The other thing was that with Gray in the game, there's no cutting through G4. Like normally that's a good backup for Darklings to do, and of course that's just not happening this game. Like they get a lot of leech from Gray, but it also like, weirdly limits their territory. So just strange dynamics here, I think. All right. Any other?
That makes sense. Like I think sorry, I was just saying the matchup. Yeah, probably the matchup is a lot worse than it looks for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say any other comments. I guess so. All 4 scoring bonuses were in, which is I think really good particularly for like nomads and witches here because we both had really economic games. So like having those scoring options is nice. For me, like my cult position in this game was amazing. Like getting 2 key town, and I opened Temple 4 dwellings and like the Air 2 Temple. Like I got really good cult presence from that priest production here. I think Witches had another option, which was to go like Stronghold Fort Dwellings, which is a really good opening too. I just really wanted F7. I remember prioritizing that like early on in this game, and I thought I was going to get it with a double dig, but once that was gone, I was like, I'll just single dig it. I'll get Fort Dwellings out still. I'll get priest to cults. I'll still do well. But yeah, I felt like F7 was a pretty big hex for Witches here to get. There's a lot of leech throughout the game.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I had a pretty sick opening.
Yeah, it's fun. I like opening Temple Fort Dwellings. It's just a fun opening. Oh, and then I could follow that up with Stronghold round 2. I had just enough to get that. That helped things out a lot. Like I definitely need that Stronghold here against dwarves to secure some territory.
Yeah. I think for some reason I think I also probably underestimated. I shouldn't have, but I underestimated how Witches would get on dwarves' wave.
I mean, in fairness, I did too. I had Witches as the 40 faction. I bid dwarves down a bit, like in the fast auction over Witches. But in hindsight, I'm not sure. Although, again, this game is different if dwarves beat nomads to H3 even and get a second town. I still should have. I mean, I should have had 3 towns. I should have done really well this game. So yeah, maybe Witches were just better here than we were giving them credit for. All right, yeah, I think we can move on now. I'm ready to stop looking at this game. I don't want to look at that Darkling's dwelling on A6 anymore. So let's move forward to the fourth game, at least the last game in my set. And this is also the game that ended like miles earlier than the other game. So it's the Felipe. Wait, is this right? Yeah, this is right.
My bad.
That's okay. It's fine, Felipe. I was just laughing about it. But no, this is the Felipe Less game. So again, this is on Fjords. We've got extra endgame scoring in this time. We've got cluster scoring in. Dwarves, Fakirs, Halflings, and Ice Maidens. And I was able to win with Dwarves. We all bid down Dwarves really heavily in the auction. Like, it was a really good setup for Dwarves, relatively speaking, just with the cluster scoring, I think, more than anything, and having no color neighbor. And I think, for me, like, things just went really smoothly. I feel like I got some really good breaks. But I think the most interesting thing in this game was round 1. I know it was a while ago, but Nelson and George, if you remember the double dig just being tossed around like a hot potato and no one wanting it was very amusing. And somehow Fakirs ended up with double dig. So yeah, George, you could not have expected that in the auction, right?
Yeah. No, well, obviously no, because I had an idea that. Oh, I was a little bit surprised that Ice Maidens took the priest bonus card, which left me the big building one. So then I was like, okay, perfect. I can go double temple. But then everyone else took other power actions, and I was able to get double spade as Fakirs without like a power bonus card. So that was just kind of hilarious, and I took it.
Yeah.
And you took it to double dig G5. Like you double dug 1 hex as Fakir, which is just like such an odd thing to do. Like, I shouldn't say odd because it was like it worked great and it cut me off and it was very unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, it got me the G5 F4 because I started on H5. So yeah, it worked quite well.
Mellison, do you regret not taking double dig round 1?
Yeah.
I'm curious because you took a priest and immediately went to 2 ship and secured territory. I was very happy to see that, by the way. I was thrilled to get H3. I didn't like my game at least was a lot tougher, but I didn't get that. And I think for you, it puts your game on a very different path. I don't know if it's better or not because I think you do worse in clusters, but maybe get 3 towns. I don't know, but I don't know. Do you regret not taking double dig, or like do you think you stand by the priest and 2 ship?
No, I expected to have like an escape outlet. Like I was thinking, I didn't expect G5 to go, and then the G6 for blue right next to it. I assume like Ice Maidens were far away from there. Like I didn't expect them to get there early, so I thought it'd have a late outlet path to get out. I don't know. Fakirs are they're more intimidating on this map than others. And I was really worried about the two hexes I took, C4 and G7. I guess C4 is not really under threat. But G7 is it's a good hex for brown, but also one that Fakirs would really like there. It gives them access to the south. It's kind of their connection spot, or at least an early connection spot. So I didn't want to lose that hex. And it really feels like they have a jump on this map in a way they don't necessarily do on others, that they can get key hexes from other people earlier than you can. So that was the motivation behind it. Maybe I don't know. In hindsight, I don't know what I could have done. I don't know if like losing G7 would have been worth it and just trying to find more space elsewhere. I don't have a final very. I don't know what you all think. I mean, upgrading ship in round one never feels like the best thing when you're dependent on temp ship to get, because everything so much is 2 hexes away. So that single ship advance didn't get me that much as the game went on.
Yeah,
it was.
Go ahead,
It
George.
was a very stressful game. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, it was like I went up to Fakirs I was bidding on Fakirs fairly heavily, and then after we started, I kind of realized like there was like so many ways, like depending on I'm very dependent on what Halfling's plan is, and Halflings are kind of dependent on what my plan is. So I feel like we were playing this like cat and mouse game, like all game long, about like who's gonna take what territory, and then who's gonna have to adjust their game plan because of that, and then they'll take other territory that the other person wanted as well. So it was a very stressful game. And I feel like I was fairly fortunate in the number of hexes that I was allowed to take.
Yeah, I didn't expect I7
we said
to.
about that a little bit after the game.
Yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah, I7 was definitely one I didn't expect, although I don't know if Nelson ever had like the opportunity to take it without hard digging it. I don't remember. But yeah, I guess playing, especially Fakirs without landscape with halflings in the game, is a little nerve-wracking. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, but so much effort went into securing like a few early browns that this is what we talked about after the game. There wasn't that much time to like catch up and take other yellow hexes. So it really was continuing that cat and mouse that George was talking about. Like I jumped for a few hexes, then I had to slow down, and that gave him time to jump for a few other hexes, and then we like continue the game. Except just at the very end, Fakirs once range is up and they have some priests, they can get everywhere on this map.
Yeah, I gotta say,
better than halflings could.
I gotta say, George, I cannot believe you got 15 structures here. I really did not think you're gonna get that. Like, I saw your economy at one point in round 3, and like, it did not look good. I'm not gonna lie. You did have 2 temples up and like a couple dwellings in a teepee or something. But I was like, how the heck did you get 15
bad.
Yeah, how did you get 15 structures with one town too? One crappy range town.
I was on. Yeah. Yeah, I was on life support like the entire game. It was wild because I took with my second temple in round 3. I think I took Earth 1, and I was just like kicking myself afterwards because I was just like, I just needed so much more economy. Like, I should have just double econned. It would have been so much better, but I kind of scrounged my way to enough, I guess. Well, not enough to win, but enough to get places.
I think that game we're just describing is why both of us are 10 points behind dwarves in this game.
Yeah.
I think I was pretty fortunate. Like, not only with like H3 was one thing to be left open, which was nice, but also like Ice Maiden's not taking digs. It let me get like, I thought at the start of the game D1 was threatened because Ice Maiden started on E4. F6 was potentially threatened, which is like an easy way for me to connect and probably the best way for me to connect. Like and Colts too. Colts were threatened too with Ice Maidens in the game, and I somehow was able to get 2 key town in round 4 and lock up 2 Colts. Like, I feel like a lot went right for me this game. I actually don't know if I bid too much on dwarves or not. Like I don't know. I feel like this is like a best case scenario for dwarves here. So yeah. At the same time, won by 9 points. It's quite a bit. So it's hard to say. I think like for me at least, like the interesting decision point was round 3 to round 4, and I passed on the big building tile and got Stronghold and Sanctuary in round 4 in the big building tile, and like it was one of those, I feel like kind of rare circumstances where the Dwarf Stronghold was really powerful. Like I did a lot of tunnels after that, actually saved quite a few workers from that. Like it helped me get the Tukey town, scored me 9 points immediately. It was actually, that part was really fun for me. Like I really enjoyed putting that Stronghold down. I felt good. Too bad we didn't see a Fakirs or a Halfling Stronghold. That would have really completed the set. But I don't think that was ever in the cards this game.
Yeah, I was slightly considering, like there's a moment in round 3, I think, where I was kind of debating if I grab this early range town or if I try and build my Stronghold in round 4. And it just turns out like the Stronghold is just too many coins. It like you just can't recover in a non-landscape game. So I just ended up going for the range town.
Yeah, it's stupid. 10 coins is stupid. I think we all agree. Like, yeah, I guess you could take a coin town to build it, but it's also 4 workers. Like, it's like there's no way it would have been better if you built Stronghold. Like, you definitely didn't have the economy for this game. It's just such a stupid building. And I think, yeah, so a couple other things with this game. Sorry, go ahead. As an Nelson, I don't know if you can talk. I can stop talking for a bit.
No, go for it, Barn.
Okay. I was just going to point out, it was a very low-scoring track. So we had round 4 big buildings into round 5 temples into round 6 big buildings. Really depressed kind of late scoring. Only 2 scoring bonuses. I think that was something that was kind of sad for Halflings with not having ship DP in the game, because Fakirs and Dwarves both would have hated that. Although I don't know if Fakirs and Dwarves would have been both picked if there was ship DP in the game. But I remember thinking like in the auction and early in the game, it's like, oh, if I were Halflings, I would want ship DP to be in here so badly with this depressed scoring track. But at the same time, like all these factions that had inherent scoring, so we all could kind of get by, I guess, with a depressed score.
I wouldn't count out Fakirs either. I mean, didn't George take Temp ship like round 3 or something here?
He did.
So he could have been hitting ship VP pretty hard too along the way.
Yeah, that's because my economy was such a shambles. I just needed, like, I had a few coins on it and some power, and I was just like, I need this.
I feel like it's pretty rare to see George's economy in shambles. Like, usually your economy is so good.
Yeah, again, it's because I took Earth 1 and I think it was round 2 with my second temple. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it chumped it up, huh? I think so. Yeah. We can talk a bit about Ice Maidens, so Fire X Ice Maidens. I think it was kind of hilarious after round 3. Like, there was 3 Ice Maidens temples and nothing else on the board. I don't think I've seen that before, so kind of a lot of firsts in these games. But I do wonder if, as much as I kind of hate saying this because I love going tall, I wonder if it was too tall too fast. Like, I feel like Ice Maids probably wanted some dwellings and some worker income at some point in those early rounds.
As a tall game aficionado, I'm sure you've gotten to a point, like sometime in a game where you're like, oh no, I've gone too tall. Like you've gone like over the threshold. It's like, oh, there's no salvaging this. Like I've gone too tall. I can't get myself out anywhere. And it really felt like that's what happened to Ice Maidens here.
Yeah. Oh, that gives me flashbacks to the very first Premier League season. I played an Oran game on base map. I built 6 structures in that game. I'm pretty sure. That was the epitome of too tall, too fast. I came in last. I got crushed. It was not a good game. That does remind me. Yeah, there was definitely some growing pains with learning tall strategies, and it's definitely possible to go too tall, too fast. Especially, I think here, like, there was no cult worker rewards, if I'm right. Yeah, not until round 4. No early cult worker rewards, which would have really helped, like, justify going really tall really early. There were cult digs. I don't remember if FireX... Yeah, you must have gotten some... Oh, yeah, there was cult digs in the first 3 rounds. He must have gotten cult digs. So that does help as well. But yeah, I think, especially as Ice Maidens, like, you need work... Like, you really just need worker income because you have to dig every hex, and I guess you can keep taking spade power actions, but at some point you're going to want to advance digging. So like you generally just want worker income as ice maidens, I think. Oh yeah, and he won. So we got triple econ ice maidens, right? I forgot about that. That was really cool. That's always kind of a fun strategy with ice maidens, I think. Like you start with an econ favor and take 2 more with consecutive temples right after that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I wonder this. I think this game shifts dramatically if ice maidens take the double dig round 1. I think I'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to talk about in this game. Any other final comments? I think I won't bother going over the last game because I don't have it open. I know Felipe won with mermaids. It was really close between mermaids and giants. Felipe and George. So yeah, congrats on that. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say here. Does anyone else have any last words or anything you want to say?
I don't
I'll
know.
say
Well,
congrats.
just congrats to you.
Yeah.
You won the season again.
Thank you. Yeah, that feels good. I don't have anything else to say. So yeah, thanks all for the fun games. It's always nice to get a good variety of games in these seasons. And I think we got that here. We got the base map game. We got a couple of the extra endgame scoring. We had some ice factions. We had Mellison's Ridiculous Yetis game. Like we had some nice fun games. So I always like seeing that. So yeah, thanks all for the games. And see you all next season, I guess, for whoever is going to play again in next TMTL. I'll definitely be there. So I welcome the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
that
No,
was fun.
definitely play again. Well,
Nice.
hopefully see most of you guys on Terra Mystica.
Yeah, true. I'll be there for sure. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm very excited. All right, I think we can wrap it up here. Thanks again, everyone, and yeah, see you later.